Always, always, always. Also, sure the audio is not broken this time.
Was it?
Make sure,
Oh, yeah, yeah,
make
yeah.
sure, make sure the audio is not absolutely broken.
Yeah, I don't know what was up with last time. It might have been a connection issue. I don't know, but
I,
you were
I,
very
I,
stuttery.
yep, I'm pretty sure it was a connection issue of some kind. I have no doubt about that.
We
I
apologize to
am
all
not.
for that if we are live.
I'm
If
not. I'm not seeing. I'm not seeing a notification for a live stream.
we
Not.
did,
Not seeing it. Not.
it
Not
says
seeing
it
it.
says I'm live. It says it.
Oh, it says you're live, but are we live though? I mean,
We should be.
we should be. Are we? Let's. It says we are live. It does say we are live. Let me click into that.
Double
There we
check.
go.
Sorry about that. Are we?
Yep.
Are we fully live? Are we live? Is it saying we're live?
All right, we are in fact 100% live, and audio sounds good for right now, so we can start. We can actually start.
Can we? Okay.
Oh my God! Start the freaking game.
Start the freaking game. Start the game.
Start it. Start. Or the. What are we doing?
We are doing the Tenno 2-drink minimum, a primarily
That's what we're
Warframe
doing.
podcast from a console's perspective, where we talk about Warframe, but we are not limited to Warframe. Whatever we're playing, whatever we're doing, we are talking about it. And normally we play Warframe pretty heavily, so that's normally what we talk about. But there are other things we're playing this week, and granted, this is a 2-drink minimum podcast. So normally we would be drinking. What are you drinking tonight?
I will tell you as soon as I go get my glass from the bar.
Okay. Because I am actually not drinking because I pulled a muscle on my back and I'm on painkillers, so you don't mix the two things. At least I don't.
I don't think you're just not being adventurous. That's what it sounds like.
No. I didn't want to be all loopy and all crazy. So,
All loopy,
yes.
as opposed to.
Loopy.
Yeah, exactly. All right. But yeah. So this is the 10:02 drink minimum. I am gonna go ahead and go get my glass, which is actually not in the bar. I left it on the counter in the kitchen.
Okay.
That's what it was because I
And-
just got back from walking the dog.
We are the console
Yeah, so-
casuals. I am
That
Cazz, and you are ShotFace.
Oh.
I'm not gonna let you do your thing. No, fuck you.
Okay. That's fine. That's totally fine. You own it. This is all you, buddy.
Hmm?
This is your thing. All right.
So
So.
today,
Today.
first thing is
First thing.
what have we been playing this week? Because that's the new segment we're doing. What have you been playing? So what have you been playing?
I have been playing Warframe, but I will get into it in a minute. Give me 1 second. Why don't you go ahead and vamp for a little bit?
Okay.
I actually have to go get my glass. It's just
Right.
got ice and stuff, and it's sitting. And then there's no point in the 2-drink if one of us ain't got the drinks.
Right.
All right, son?
Right. Okay.
So,
okay.
you go ahead and do your thing, talk about what's going on. Also, if you are in your orbiter right now, go ahead and go to your cockpit and go ahead and look at the news roundup and discuss that for a little bit.
Yep.
I'll be right back.
So, first thing is for at least consoles. Console got some news. The actual cert for the Chains of Hero update, which is the biggest thing that we're going to be doing, is actually has been sent to cert. It's got sent to cert last Friday, or no, this week. It got sent to cert on Tuesday. That's correct. It got sent to cert on Tuesday, and so we should be getting it relatively soon. But we've also got some information for the console Tenno of the Chains of Hero remaster build. So what it's basically saying is, and there was a little bit of discontention here, or not discontention, but a little bit of a disconnect between like what's actually happening and what people were thinking was going to happen. So basically, what happened was, or what's happening is with the Chains of Hero remaster, they're reorganizing how the game is stored on a console. So they're making sure everything's in the correct order. They're taking out old game assets. They're they're updating a lot of the in-game assets as well. So what we're going to be getting is we're going to have to re-download all of Warframe. Now, this is going to be done through an update. It's not like we have to do anything. It's going to be a standard update, but it's going to be a very, very large update. Because the restructuring everything that's happening, it is literally downloading the entire game.
I'm back. Can I chime in real quick? Okay.
Go ahead.
What this means is, and a lot of PC games do this. Overwatch, the team for Overwatch had to explain this a couple times because when there was an update for Overwatch as well, Paragon does this as well. Whenever there's a big update, this is a standard thing for PC for them to literally re-download either giant chunks of the game code or the entire game itself. And all it does is overlay that code and delete existing code, right? And the reason for that is because if they do these reorganizing of assets, what that means is the directories have changed inside the files. Yeah. So the game has new code to find where these particular files are to submit the assets when loading in maps and things like that. So you can't just put in a patch to say, okay, this 150,000 thing list is now in another fucking place in the game. Right. For stuff that the game can pull from. You need to change code to tell the actual game code to go look for that in another spot so that it can load it in. So yeah, what they end up doing is giving you essentially the entire game but anew in a more refined state, and it's going to download in the background. It's going to be totally fine. You don't have to delete Warframe. You don't have to do anything dramatic. It's just going to update itself in the background like any normal update. Nothing fantastical and amazing is going to happen to your fucking game, all right? Other than it might load faster once the download is done. But the download will be big, considering we're going from a 35 gig load bearing on our hard drives on PS4 down to like a 19.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is considerably smaller.
They're freeing up a crap ton of space because relocating assets and deleting old assets is essentially when you defrag a hard drive.
Yeah.
Or clear your cache memory and shit like that. It's the same thing, but on a very grand scale, which cleans up how the game processes. So this is good for everybody. This will be fantastic for all of us PS4 players.
And if you remember, they did this last year and the year before as well.
Yeah, because people did complain in the forums that the game size was massive on their discs, which is one thing. I mean, if you play Battlefield or Doom, size ain't shit when it comes to those games, okay? Doom, without really major updates, takes up 75 gigs. And if you've owned any Battlefield in the last 10 years, after about a year, those games take up like 100+ gigs of space.
Witcher 3 by itself, base game, is 100 gigs.
Yeah, there are some pretty massive-ass games out there. Warframe, you know what? It's going to be kind of nice for them to do that. On top of that, I don't think... I'm sorry, not that I don't think, but I do believe that they're known for preloading information, which has led to some leaks of things showing up in, say, the marketplace on board your ship. Specifically on console. This has happened more than once, where we saw the Fire and Ice pack released on Xbox, and it showed up in, it's on your consoles in the ship, like the store console and the Codex console. They were preloaded assets that were still in a revealed state and not a hidden state when they actually loaded that version of the game.
Right.
So don't be surprised if we see some weirdness from the Plains of Eidolon.
Who knows? Maybe we might get a Codex entry that gets leaked. Who knows?
Okay. So, I am drinking some Indiana whiskey, which is a very sweet whiskey, with a hint of, well, it doesn't have a hint of cinnamon, but there is a touch of cinnamon in my glass. And that does wonders for a little bit of whiskey. If you're not a fan of cinnamon, oh well, sucks to be you. I love cinnamon, and it's kind of great. It's got kind of that... It definitely brings to note those the vibe of what is that fucking crap I can't stand?
Peat moss?
No. That's something else. But there's a Jack Daniels Fireball. Yeah, I can't stand Fireball. But that's essentially what I have going on here, but better.
Right.
Because
Right.
it's not bourbon, it's whiskey.
Okay. So, now that... What have you... Oh, well, I have to finish what I've been playing. Fuck.
Oh. Well, you did ask me before I left, and I said
Yeah.
Warframe. Honestly, to go into depth on that, Warframe. Okay, I'm done. Go.
Okay. I have actually been playing, and this is something I want to bring up and actually have us talk about, is I played some Elite Dangerous this week. I played a considerable amount. I actually finished Fury, which is a free game on PlayStation a while back. Holy shit,
yeah,
that
which
game
one?
is a mindfuck.
Oh, I can only imagine. Don't say anything. I haven't gotten back into Fury, but I did see you were messing around with it earlier in the week, and I was like, that was interesting. Why is he playing that, of all games? Because we started playing that months ago. And,
I never finished it and wanted to get back into it, and...
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I have not finished it yet, but yeah, the
I
game
would
is
say go
awesome.
play it. I would say go play it. It's like a bullet hell... It's bullet hell meets Shadow of the Colossus.
Yeah, it is a boss rush game.
Yeah.
That is all it is. And the art style is from the same guy who did Afro Samurai.
Yeah.
He did all of the design work for the game, and the music in that game is fucking amazing. I love the music in that game. All right, I'm gonna load us up some Kuva.
Okay.
We're gonna do a little bit of Kuva because I don't know if you mentioned it, but the Chains of Harrow is well into cert, and if it's any indication, in my YouTube feed I actually did get a video of the trailer for it coming to console. There was the console trailer, which means there's
It's
a
coming
very
real
good chance
soon.
if we don't get Chains of Harrow tomorrow in a weird weekend drop, which does happen sometimes, we will get it on the Tuesday server-side update. So,
Yep.
which is the server-side update, for people who don't know, is when it's always on a Tuesday because nobody wants to work so hard on a Monday when it comes to a lot of these tech companies.
Yep.
So they prep everything and get it ready to be uploaded early on Tuesday mornings, and that's almost across the board, at least on console. That's pretty standard for almost every game on console, because the two major console manufacturers have stipulated that that's their time frame, so developers kind of have to stick to that as well, because they get put into the cert process for both consoles. They actually get put into a line of who submitted when and where, and then they get doled out accordingly, essentially.
Right.
So
But the other thing I've been playing, other than those two games, because those two games didn't take that much time, didn't take nearly as much as I thought it would.
Oh yeah, Fury I know is not very. It's not.
Well, it's
long.
like 9.
It's a boss rush game.
It's 9 different boss fights, and you're replaying
it's
them
not
constantly.
very long at all.
But it's
there's other modes to it. That game has a little bit more depth than that, and the combat is awesome. But anyway, what else?
But the other thing I've been playing, because here on Console Land we get special privileges sometimes. I have been playing the Destiny beta pre-release stuff.
The Destiny 2 beta.
Destiny 2 beta, the pre-release.
Yeah, because I don't think PC has it yet. I think they get theirs next month or something like that. I don't remember.
It comes out early on PlayStation, then goes live, and then the week after that, it goes live on Xbox. The same thing. There's an early pre-order.
Pre-orders get a couple of days earlier, and then the weekend will be free or open weekend for anybody to play. So I have considered taking a personal look at it because I have a storied history with Destiny 1, but I won't be able to because I actually have a work trip this weekend and I have to do a big presentation and all this BS. And not even joking.
You might be able to get into it a little bit tomorrow.
Maybe Monday or something. Nah, I don't know about tomorrow anyway, because I also have a long work day ahead of me leading up to the weekends.
Right. Okay.
But so I'm not going to. I've done some looking around and got my feelers out there for other streamers and YouTubers and people who are playing it, messing around, and just kind of getting an idea, a sense of what everybody else thinks of it, because I'm not on board. I had a horrible falling out with Destiny. And I'm not on board with Destiny 2, and I have not seen anything that has given me pause to really give it a solid chance, which is why I didn't pre-order it. Because I'm a big Bungie fan. I've liked them for a very long time. I come from, competitive Halo and things like that, so I don't doubt that what they have in store is going to be very good, at least from a story and world building aspect, because they had so much groundwork laid with the original game that they have a lot to build on, and they have a lot to make up for, considering the faults of the original of Destiny 1. So I do see them covering their ass in that, because if you look at the Halo series, that's kind of what they did, and by the time they got to Reach, they had storytelling down to a pretty good fucking science. They knew what they were doing to get the player really invested, and I felt Destiny 1 very much lacked that. I'm not alone in that. So Destiny 2 is primed to have that at the very least.
Yeah.
At the very least, the story should be compelling. If not even compelling, just
good.
It should make you feel something. It should draw you in to some extent, because it should this time around, because the first game was so lackluster in that. Right up until you got to the Taken King. At the point of the Taken King, you had what was it? By the time you got to the Taken King, you had invested so much time in playing the game, much like I did at that time, that when you got to the Taken King, it felt good to finally get to that boss fight. It felt like a sense of relief when you were doing that, and then you got to go do the raid and things like that, and all of that felt amazing compared to vanilla Destiny, right?
Yeah.
So, but there was that time of investment. I had to overlook to get to that point. But once I did get to that point, I was invested in the world, so I had a better sense of what was going on, but it took very long to get there, which is why the Taken King was praised as being a turning point for Destiny 1.
Yeah.
So now with Destiny 2 and the dramatic story arcs that they're proposing right here at the beginning, with, you know, the Cabal coming down and crushing the last bastion of humanity and blah 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 blah.
It's eliciting a response.
It should be eliciting a response to people who actually give a shit about the lore. And granted, their lore has been very disjointed, and there's some easy ways they could have dealt with that in vanilla Destiny. So hopefully they actually, you know, listen to their community and do the things that the community is asking for, like putting those story elements in the game. And it's from the rumblings on Twitter and things like that. It sounds like that's what they really want to. Excuse me. That's what they want to aim for. So I hope that Destiny is good. I know that it's going to make a crap ton of money, because anything that Activision puts their, you know, ass behind makes a crap ton of money for a while, right? So I hope that it does well critically, not just economically.
Commercially.
Yeah, because it will make a crap ton of money. There's no getting around it. It's fucking Destiny, right?
Yeah.
People lived in that bad relationship for a long time, and I'm one of those assholes. So
fair. Very fair.
It's going to make a crap ton of money. But I hope that people who have stuck with it and put forth the effort and time, and who are going to invest in it, get something more out of it. I want it to be good. I don't want it to go. I don't want it to go the way of Modern Warfare, because I had the same love affair with Modern Warfare and Gears of War. At first, I was enthralled by it, but really the only thing that was captivating was the PvP. And when the PvP took a shit after so many iterations, I just cut it out of my life. And same with Gears. I still love the campaigns in Gears. I know how much fault there is there, but I love the world of that. So I invested myself in it, because I actually read the novels that kind of coincide with the games, even though the games themselves didn't actually have all of that information. But the gameplay, I overlooked it because the gameplay was so good that I figured, hell, fuck it, I might as well enjoy something out of this. And then finding the books made me enjoy the games just a little bit more. It also made me hate them a little bit more, because there's so much in the books that's left out of the games that really feeds the narrative of the characters.
Right.
But Destiny had that same fault, where too much of the lore was outside of the game proper.
Right.
So there shouldn't be a disconnect there.
No.
And hopefully they've bridged that. And if they have, they've done a great service to their community.
And from what I was playing with the Destiny 2 beta, there's not a lot there. If you remember from the alpha and the beta of Destiny 1, you got a strike, you got a patrol mission, and you got Crucible. So you got a patrol area.
Yeah, that's, to be fair, that's pretty standard fare for the most part. That's when you think about what they're doing is stress testing servers. That what they're doing is looking at the game's mechanics. They're looking at gameplay aspects that may or may not need to be dealt with. You know, it's bug squashing time, because the community will definitely find bugs faster than any test method you think you have. Okay.
Yeah. Well, and hold on,
Right.
hear me out.
Oh, it's over. It's over here.
Okay, I killed the Koopa Guardian, but hear me out. So that was the first like Destiny. That was what the alpha and the beta was.
Oh, missed it.
Damn it, tried.
Yeah, I missed it, and I got beat up for it. Okay, so yeah, that's how. Oh man,
I'm gonna go down. Yep.
Probably. Did we not come prepared to come get some tuba? Jeez.
No, I'm taking it on level right now. But
oh my god, really? Yeah. You need to deal with the situation. All right, so you're saying
okay, so it has less. It actually has less. There's no patrol mission.
What, this?
There is one mission.
Oh my god, what the hell? I have the wrong frost on. That's why. Okay, I don't have any armor on. This is my CC frost. I do have some armor, but it's definitely not as much. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about me. Let me go now. Okay,
but
just get out of there.
It's there's less because in the original game you had a few missions that you could do. I failed.
And we're still talking about beta to beta here.
Yeah,
right?
beta to beta. Yeah.
Yeah. Destiny 1 beta to this beta.
Yeah. Wow. Holy crap.
Okay, I'm not dying for some reason.
Totally glitched you.
I am glitched, Tony. Yeah, you're gonna have to res me all the way in order for me to get out.
Got you.
There we go.
Ah.
Okay, real quick.
Okay, anyways.
Let's
this
do
hectic,
that. Okay.
this hectic mess of shit. Where's the...
I got it.
Okay. But so that was like the original Destiny beta was, I want to say 8 missions, something like that. We got all the missions on Earth.
No. The original Destiny beta wasn't even that, dude. You got to look at very little for the original.
Well, you got to look at all the Earth missions and then move on to the one mission on the moon later.
Yeah, actually,
yeah, that's what I remember.
Yeah, you got to go. Yeah, you got to go through a bunch of Earth stuff, and then you got to the moon, and that was pretty well it for that. So for this one, I know that may not seem like a lot. That may seem bad, but take into account that they are just doing a stress test, and the biggest deal is the PvP. PvP is really what's gonna make or break Destiny 2, right?
Right.
The PvE, if they get the story good, if they can, make it compelling, then yeah, they're fine. But PvP is really where the game is gonna stand out or fall flat. And from what I've heard, and it's all anecdotal, I don't have any solid evidence of this or anything like, because I haven't played it myself, and I'm not gonna get the chance to. I was going to get the chance to just so I could accurately discuss the game, because
hey man, what's going on?
I played a lot of Destiny 1, so
open that, would you?
Oh yeah. Where is the panel? Can't find the panel. But yeah, so like my concern. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
I got distracted. I lost my train of thought. My bad. But yeah, no. So what they're gonna be worried about here is PvP. So from what I've heard is that the PvE elements of what they have for the one strike seems to be kind of based heavily on the PvP. Like the shooting mechanics have been slowed down. The game as a whole, I guess, has been slowed somewhat. That might just be, I don't know, people not remembering Destiny 1 correctly, because the game wasn't exactly fucking hyper frenetic or anything like that. It's not, but it plays like Halo.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's not a discredit. It plays like Halo. That's amazing. That's why the gameplay is so tight and feels so good. So, and if you look at Halo 1 to Halo 2 and Halo 2 to Halo 3, the progression of the gameplay pretty dramatic in its differences. So, I imagine what Bungie has done is refined some of their shooting mechanics to feel a little bit better, a little bit tighter, and that might be coming off as, feeling somewhat slower. What did you do?
I took out an executioner. Or a warden.
No.
No.
Very poorly.
I only have a boar. Or I'm gonna quick get out of this.
Oh, you're SOL, homie. I'm gonna deal with them because I don't want them killing the guy. We got all the Kuba. There we go. But yeah, so like I could see people kind of having a bit of a misconception about the game feeling slower and about the PvE being dictated by PvP, but it also makes sense for PvE to be dictated by PvP because the game's bread and butter is going to be PvP.
Right.
The majority of people who are going to stick with this game for an extended period are going to be doing it because of beating each other up.
Yeah,
so
true.
I can see them.
Go ahead.
What?
I was just gonna answer some questions.
Oh yeah, so I could definitely see them putting a lot of effort into what the PvP is going to be, and then just kind of moving that over to PvE, and you know, kind of cutting that corner. I really don't think that that's a bad thing.
No,
because the gameplay and shooting mechanics are fantastic. So
right. Well, my biggest issue with it is just they didn't give me enough to make me excited about anything. They gave me one mission which is not replayable.
What?
Then one mission that's not replayable.
You can't replay the strike over and over?
No, you can replay the strike. They gave me one outside mission. The breaching mission to set up the game.
Oh, yeah, no, that's the quick story mission. That's the first story mission of the game. That's what they've given you as the opener to the game. Okay, but that makes sense. I do that.
So they gave me that. That's not replayable. You cannot go back to it.
Okay, that's understandable, because what happens is there's Easter eggs and there's all kinds of stuff hidden in there from what I've seen. And the point of that being the opener of the game is to kind of shock and awe.
Yeah.
And they don't want that feeling, I guess, diminished somewhat. So I understand that.
Right.
And that's not really the end of the world.
So there's that. And the strike is very linear. I mean, granted, all the strikes have been very linear.
All the strikes are linear.
Yeah.
That's just kind of how they are.
It was a fun strike. I really enjoyed it. You can replay it. It was fun. It felt like I've heard a couple people say this, but it felt like a mini raid, which is what strikes should feel like.
Yeah, they should be involved. It shouldn't just be run and
kill this thing.
Bullet sponges.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the strikes were that, and people would speedrun them. I would speedrun them. I'd speedrun the crap out of them. We'd just run the strike playlist all day for like an hour and bang them out. Arthurius, we're playing on PS4, streaming direct from a PS4 currently, and I'm a Mastery Rank 23, and Cazz there is a Mastery Rank 16?
Yeah, because 17. 17. I just haven't cared.
Yeah, we've both been playing I've been playing for about 2 years, and Cazz has been playing for about 3, but you did come over from PC to PS4. So, and you didn't actually transfer your account, did you?
No. This is all, I started fresh.
You started fresh on PS4 when you did. Okay. So, yeah, I'm sorry. I just saw that in chat. My bad. Yep. But, yeah, so Destiny 2, I'm not investing anything in it just because, there's some relationships you just can't go back to. And there's too many other games on the horizon for me that are looking like they're going to be way more in line with how I feel about gaming right now.
Okay.
So I don't see myself playing it. I was considering just giving it a chance so I could have a better understanding of what they've done compared to Destiny 1. There are some bright spots of things I've heard because friends of mine on Xbox are looking forward to Destiny 2, and they've answered some concerns that they've had, like matchmaking for the raid possibly and things of that nature. So like those little tweaks, things like that, and putting the lore in the game, that if they do that stuff, then yeah, it's definitely.
Well, and they have come out and said that they're straight up doing matchmaking for raids and strikes differently.
Okay, so that'll be interesting. I noticed
and
some of the UI.
They've showed it. They showed it at E3. Their matchmaking system for the raid. It's going to be clan based. So if you don't have a clan, you can go to looking for a game and see guys who are looking to pull somebody through, that type of thing. And it's all set up in game. It's actually I don't know how much it's going to be used, but I like the system.
Okay. I mean, it sounds interesting. I'm curious as to how it's all going to be. What are the actual mechanics behind it? How is it really going to be implemented?
Right.
So, like I said, I'm not going to put forth the effort in actually playing it, but just out of curiosity, I want to know where they go. I would like for them to be in everybody's good graces again. I would.
Right.
I would like to, you know, when Destiny 3 comes out, and maybe turn that corner and get back on it. But
maybe,
because you know that 10-year game, which turned into 10-year franchise.
Mm-hmm.
I'm never forgetting that shit.
Well,
like they wanted to make World of Warcraft, and they couldn't.
Yeah. Well, no game ever
that,
stays the same for 10 years.
Well,
World of Warcraft or not.
Yeah, and when they stated that, not too many people pointed it out, but World of Warcraft, that was like the 10-year anniversary when they actually first said that they wanted Destiny to be a 10-year game. I thought that was hilarious. Like, you know, World of Warcraft just had its 10th anniversary, so you guys are aiming way too high.
Yeah.
And I know it's because, you know, Activision, Blizzard, they're partnered, they're the same company, so.
Right.
Activision wants an IP to itself that it can do that with.
Yeah, right. It wants an Overwatch. It wants a.
Yeah, it wants something to compete with that. But then when you look at like Diablo and shit like that, games that haven't tried to be a 10-year game and just end up lasting for forever.
Because people love them.
Diablo 3 is still regularly played pretty extensively.
Yeah. Well, people love them. They made a good game to start, and then it ended up progressing that long. And making them a fuck ton of money.
I'm not saying Destiny's a bad game. It's not a bad game by any stretch. It's just their approach and their dissemination of, you know, game assets like updates and things like that. That was very flawed. Their demeanor towards their community seemed very positive, but then also came off as condescending. They had a lot of like weird things happen around them as developers. It wasn't necessarily the game that was bad. The game was just lacking.
Yeah.
And
it felt like it needed more time. It felt like it needed a year.
Yeah, the attitude that they had with the game didn't help. You know, they kind of put it out there as like it's the end-all be-all. It's the bee's knees. This is what God creams, you know, and that's very, very far from the truth.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a bad game by any stretch of the imagination, but it's not the absolute end-all be-all.
So it suffered a great many faults, but it was at the hands of the developer, not necessarily the game code, you know? And so I wish them the best. I'm not going back. I would like to see, you know, some really awesome stuff come out of there, and people say, oh yeah, they've made up for all their sins. That would be great, because I like it when, you know, a developer does well.
Right, because that's good for everybody.
That is good for everybody, because I know there, and we're not going to skirt the issue here. There's obviously people in the Warframe community who, for whatever reason, want to compare things like Destiny to Warframe and say one game is better than the other. And honestly, that's kind of one of the things that got me into playing Warframe in the first place, was seeing somebody compare the two games when I was at my lowest point of playing Destiny. But when you really look at it objectively, these two games are way, way different. They're so different. They're not on the same fucking playing field. You can't compare these two games. Yeah, they both have shooting mechanics. That's as close as that gets. They both kind of have an MMO vibe. That's kind of close. Granted, their approach to MMOs is very similar, but you have a lot of games that are doing that. Right? Fortnite's doing the same goddamn thing.
And you have played on which, looking into it, it looks like there could be some similarities. It's kind of looking like
there's going to be a lot of similarities there. We saw that live. That there's going to be similarities.
There were people literally, as soon as the thing ended, okay,
we walked over,
Destiny,
and it was like with Magamu, Rob, and a couple other people were standing there, and I think it was Rob who made the comment about fucking,
this is some Destiny shit!
Yeah, some Destiny, Destiny ain't got shit on this. Fuck Destiny. People were saying that. I'm gonna think Rob was saying that. I'm not gonna quote it. Paraphrasing people in that particular circle around the Tenno live stage after the event. People were going on about, oh man, Destiny, fuck it, Destiny's dead, fuck that. It's like, no, Destiny's not dead. Destiny's gonna make a fuck ton of money and be totally fine. It has the backing of Activision. Come on.
Hey,
they're gonna
leaving? We leaving?
I am working on it. I was looking at something. Are we going up this way?
Yes.
But yeah, so you've been playing that beta, and that's cool.
And
I mean,
it's kind of the same as before. I enjoy the game. Like, the gameplay and the strike are just fun with the new way your primary and secondary and power weapons are distributed, and it feels good. Granted, I don't know why a shotgun's a power weapon, because there ain't no fucking shotgun in the world that's gonna hold up to a rocket launcher.
Well, in Destiny, shotguns were power weapons.
Yes, in PvP.
Right? In PvP. Again, that's kind of where that insinuation is coming from, that PvP is weighing heavily on PvE. So, okay, they're looking at approaching weapons in a little bit of a different mindset. And that's good. That's good, because you want to temper the expectations of your audience to certain how do I put this? You definitely want to get your audience on the same wavelength as you for approach to the assets of the game, like the weapons themselves. Like what role do these weapons play? So if you're a PvP guy, you see that a shotgun is a power weapon. You could be contentious about that, but once you start playing PvP and you get into the mindset that, oh, this is a power weapon, this is a power weapon, once you get the ammo for that while playing PvE, you're going to be in that mindset that this is a power weapon, and you're going to use it accordingly.
Yeah,
right?
but
So
I don't.
they're kind of training their audience.
You would never use it over a.
Now, to be fair, yeah, you have a point. You would never use it over another power weapon. Sure, that has like the belt feds, the rocket launchers, and things of that nature. And I think sniper rifles are in the power weapon category now as well.
Which actually, I think machine guns are actually taken out.
That might be the case. I think they have SMGs or something like that now.
Yeah, we have SMGs and grenade launchers.
Okay, so yeah, but you have like sniper rifles are a power weapon now, and that makes sense because Bungie, that comes from Halo. Sniper rifles were a power weapon.
Yeah.
I think they're taking it a little bit further back and looking at a bit of their roots.
Yeah.
It's what it sounds like if they're putting it that way, because the shotgun was always on the map, the sniper was always on the map. You had an assault rifle and you had a pistol. That's how the Halo was played. If they get closer to what Halo was, more power to them. They will have a better game on their hands, and they'll have a better concept of where they should go when balancing weapons and when really messing with PvP.
Yeah, and honestly, where I think they're more at is they're more looking at, okay, Black Spindle, Icebreaker,
and not being able to control those weapons for the exploited nature of them. Yeah.
Nerfing them and balancing them and nerfing them and buffing them and nerfing them and buffing them. They couldn't do anything. Because anything they would do would either make the weapon shit or make the weapon way too fucking good.
Yeah, they were very heavy-handed with their balance passes. That was a pretty okay. So now we have been talking about Destiny for quite some time,
right?
And I don't want this entire podcast to be about Destiny,
right?
Okay, are you having any fun with the PvP whatsoever? As final thought here.
Yes.
Are you having?
I mean, it still feels janky, but it feels more controlled. It feels faster. It feels more pressured, especially on the competitive side. There's competitive and now like a competitive mode and a casual mode. So it feels faster, it feels more pressured, it feels like you constantly should be doing something. Like you constantly have a purpose. I need to go here and do this. Much more team objective oriented.
That's good. That's good. So, credit to them if they've found a way to structure their PvP a little bit better to, have players be more than just killing machines. Because if they just go, everything is about murder this, murder that, you end up with Call of Duty in space.
Yep.
Which was a joke I made for a very long time with Black Ops and the last Call of Duty that came out, Infinite War. So it's like I was always of the impression that, oh hey, look, they're almost at Halo. So it turns out they're not aiming for Halo, they're aiming for Destiny. So all these normal Marines are being Space Marines. Soon, they will be the last bastions of hope on Earth.
Pretty much. Yeah, at a
we have
certain
a minute
point.
left on this.
I mean,
what's up, B Smooth? How you doing?
What's going on?
And John's in the chat.
Oh, hey, what's going on? More pressure.
More pressure, damn straight.
Fresh.
So other than that, I have been looking into Fortnite.
Okay.
That's really the only thing that's been kind of on my plate lately is getting a Founders Pack for Fortnite and streaming that for a good while. I know you haven't done any personal streams of any kind lately because you've been busy with real life. But I took this week off from streaming because all of last week I had off of my actual job, so I was streaming then. But I was, seeing what a normal schedule would look like, and I kind of have an idea of what I want to do once everything calms down for me next week and I'm back from the business trip. I will get to a proper streaming schedule in the afternoons, and more than likely I will be streaming as a Fortnite just to really get into it. I was hanging out in Tiger Stripe's chat for a bit. And,
I popped in and he said you were there.
Yeah, I was just shooting the shit with him for a little bit, him and Egna. And, oh wow, so we have a lot going on right here. So we're gonna do this, that, and we're gonna pop out of here, we're gonna hit him, and we do that. Okay, there we go.
Literally, we both have the same idea.
I hit a lot of buttons on my controller just then, just so if anybody was wondering. I did a lot of stuff just now.
Yeah, we both have the same idea of like, oh hey, you guys.
We have a great many things going on. Oh yeah, I have Big Daddy Frost on, so nothing is allowed to have armor. But so yeah, the Fortnite is probably what's going to be in my future here. Also, the big update to Paragon is coming soon. Version 42 with the card rework. I am excited about that. I don't want to touch Paragon until it comes out. I don't want to play. I'm amped for Paragon, but I don't want to play Paragon until 42 comes out because it's going to change the game so fucking dramatically.
Yeah, but I would say play just to have fun with characters. Just to have fun with characters.
That's the thing. I do want to actually play, but part of me is like, I should sit it out. I should wait because everything I'm going to get into now isn't going to mean as much when 42 drops. Because I remember last time we had such a dramatic change. It was 30, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was 30
where we had the big reworks and all that stuff, and I was super like amped about playing right after that because you want to see all those reworks. You want to get into it then. But prior to, you kind of don't want to mess with it too much because you really want to...
You feel like, okay, if I'm going to learn this game, why would I learn this now?
Why would I learn that then and not,
Ow,
okay, Cool Guards are being a pain in the ass right now.
I'm just murdering them. Did you put the thing in?
Yeah.
Aww.
A while ago.
Where's the thing?
I don't see it. But yeah, so that's what's on the docket for me. What are you? What are you getting into?
Honestly, looking at it, I'm probably gonna end up finishing up playing a little bit more of the Destiny beta because I am enjoying Crucible, which is something I never thought I would say.
I mean, if you enjoyed Halo, you enjoy Crucible. There's no getting around that.
No, because Halo's different. Destiny 1 Crucible was janky. You cannot argue.
No, it was pretty janky, but
so I actually enjoyed it. It seems a lot less so. Everything seems to have a purpose, and I'm enjoying like the competitive even because it seems like there's more strategy involved, especially if you have like a 4-man team. Because it is all 4-man.
Yeah. Everything I'm hearing is it's sounding more and more like they kind of want to get into their Halo roots. They kind of want to have that vibe because that's I mean they refine arena style shooters, arena style competitive shooters. They refined it. There's no getting around that. So, trying to cleave. Yay! We only needed 2? Alright, let's get out of here. So, yeah, you're gonna play more of that.
I also will probably play a little bit more Elite Dangerous, because I am working up on getting some pretty badass ships.
I do want to get back into Elite Dangerous, I definitely do.
Okay.
I look at it every now and again while it's in my cross-media bar, and I'm like, man, I should totally just load up for a while. But then I think to myself, this past week anyway, I've thought to myself, every time I wanted to go load it up, it's like, I'll be in it for too long, and then I'll stay up too late, and I'll get up late for work, and I also don't have any more comics in my read pile, so traveling from planet to planet, I'm gonna have that downtime, and I'm not gonna have anything to read while I have my feet up on my desk.
Sitting on your console, looking out. Look at them numbers, though.
Yeah, watching
Look
it
at them
down. But So yeah, I do want to get into that. So next week is going to be a better week for me to really
Yep.
get down and stuff. Now, I have toyed with the idea of getting a founders pack with the premise of getting 2 codes
Okay.
to give one to you and probably one to John. If you're still in chat, John, go ahead and look up Fortnite, and if you're into it, man, I will give you a code when I get one next week, and it will be free to play next year. But right now it's early access.
Hold up,
And, just-
hold up. Christopher Alexander Sanchez Chavez. Hello.
Oh hell yeah, dude!
That's an awesome
That's a
name.
badass name.
That's awesome.
Okay, yeah. Okay, John just said yep. All right, John, if you know what Fortnite is and you're down with it, then yeah, I will probably get you a code next week.
Zombie
and,
looter shooter.
we'll-
He's gonna love it.
Well, it's a little bit more than that. It's actually pretty involved with the skill trees and shit like that. It's pretty in depth, and I think you will dig it, John, at least for shits and giggles.
I mean,
since
he likes
it's-
building stuff in Fallout, so he's gonna love building stuff here.
Trust me, it's better than building stuff in Fallout. Goddammit. But yeah, John, look that up, and if you want, I will give you a code next week. More than likely, I will give you a code. As well, so this way I have more than one person. But it is cross-platform between PC and console, at least on PlayStation. It is.
So if you guys are
there's
wanting to get that, we can totally play it together. That'd be awesome.
Yeah,
Anybody watching?
there's also for people who are buying into the higher tier founders packs, which is what I would intend on doing. Watch your chilling gameplay. Oh, he watched the Achievement Hunter trailer for it.
Okay.
So yeah, he knows what we're talking about here. Okay, so yeah, the higher tier what is it? Founders packs also give you access to some of the particular founders stuff that the lower tiers don't get, like the founders chat channel and things of that nature. And I know while Notch isn't on it necessarily, I believe Tiger Stripe is there, and a couple of other people are that we've spoken to. So we would actually have the option of getting together with a couple of the other streamers and the guys who are at TennoCon to actually play. So that's kind of what I'm looking at, and I know Tiger Stripe is pretty well going to be streaming that almost exclusively for the next couple of days. He did it today at the very least, because today was early access for anybody who got alpha. All the people who were at the alpha got invited to, or anybody who was invited to the alpha got to play a day early. The actual early access starts tomorrow at like 10 a.m.
Damn. So you're gonna buy it tomorrow so I can download it?
No, I'm gonna buy it next week when I get back from my fucking.
Actually, I think we're at time.
Are we at time? No.
We got a little more.
We got a little over 10 minutes. We can do one more.
Okay.
One more mission. But yeah, so we should be doing a bit more of that.
And that game looks interesting. I'm debating on it because like you said, everybody I've seen play it looks coked out. Just like
yeah. Everybody looks very zoned into the game, and they don't look like they're happy. But when you ask them, they say they're having a blast.
Yeah.
And so I think it's having that Minecraft effect of where you just see somebody go into Minecraft, and the only thing that's in their head is just one more block.
I want to build this.
Just one more block, and then you end up, 18 hours later with a castle, and you're fighting off creepers, and you're losing your shit, and you don't know what's going on, but you start going ape shit in the woods and fighting zombies, and you don't even care that it's night out. You've got a wooden sword, and you're just like, fuck it, I'm gonna murder everything because I've lost so much, I don't think it's gonna have that effect necessarily, but if you ever watch people play Minecraft and they get to that point, they kind of have the same look in their eyes.
Yeah, a little bit of like.
I've seen it happen to Ross with Minecraft. He built a spire.
Lost so much diamond.
Did you Did you ever see Ross's spire with the holes in it, the mortar strikes from the fucking Endermen and the creepers?
Yep.
The constant creepers, yeah. To where he started building lava moats to keep them out and at bay, and he just had like this whole Great Wall of China thing going on. That was ridiculous.
He was making what was it? Mordor. He was making the fucking spire for Mordor.
And inadvertently, he just ended up that way. That's essentially how Mordor was created. What Ross was doing in Minecraft.
Very.
Okay, I'm at the site then.
Oh, you are?
It's
very close.
I think I am.
Yeah, that's the craziest thing. Ross will end up with shit like that of like, Cool.
Oh wait, no, it is the other door. Let's do that, yeah. Or get downed. What the fuck? What's he doing? Oh, I see what happened. Okay.
Yeah. I slid out as a kid and didn't come back as a squid.
We can lose one. We'll be fine. I'm gonna get squished. Nope, didn't get squished.
Sup, guys?
Oh my god. Oh, where is the siphon? It's up here?
Apparently.
Oh wait. Oh, the Kuva's stuck. Okay. Fuck it. Oh no, the Kuva siphon's down low. Okay. We're fine. But so yeah. That's what's coming in our future. And
if you would like to see any of that, stay tuned to the Console Channel's YouTube or Console Casual's YouTube channel.
Well, I will be streaming exclusively on my Twitch.
Yeah.
Sorry, but that's kind of where I want to keep that because I do have a lot of stuff set up for that. But the one thing I do want to find out, which I asked around in, I asked in not just chat, I asked in, hell, I even asked in Mr. Fruit's chat,
Really?
a bunch of people, is, are we going to have keyboard and mouse support on console for Fortnite?
I would hope, because it is an Epic game.
At least on PS4, because it's an Epic game, and, you know, they're not too far off from Paragon, so...
This trailer is...
Okay. Ow. Yeah. Ah! I'm not paying attention, and I'm getting beat up. Trying to reach chat and got knocked around by a freaking rollerball. Thanks, John. I'm sure he appreciates that.
What happened?
Oh,
Am I stuck?
Okay.
I'm stuck.
Okay, now we're failing. That means, yeah, this is gonna be the end of the podcast here because there are a lot of big ass fucking Kula Guardians out, and I don't have any energy.
I'm just getting bullied. What the fuck?
Okay, let's clean some of that up.
I'm done with this shit. Let's do this.
Alright, I'm gonna
We're doing that.
handle the Kuva guards.
We're done.
There we go.
Let's leave.
Alright, can we go?
We are assessing the situation, and everything is gonna die. That is the goal.
We are gonna have to unlock a door here soon, but what is the actual mission we were doing? Holy crap.
I think it was
Let's track of that.
sabotage?
I think it's a sabotage. I am uncertain. I think I have a buddy door here. Or are we still locked?
No, buddy door.
Oh, wait.
Oh, rescue.
Oh, no, it's a rescue. Alright.
Do this.
If the wardens detect you, they will surely initiate the execution
Murder time.
sequence.
There's a fun time! Oh, that's another game I did beat this week. I actually played.
Yeah, you were playing Get Out of Hell.
Have you ever played it?
I own it, but I have never actually gotten to play it.
It's the answer of why they're making Agents of Mayhem.
Oh, really? Okay, so I do have to play it before I play Agents of Mayhem.
There's
That's good.
5 endings. One of them is why Agents of Mayhem is a thing.
Let's go home.
Oh, wow, already got him. Alright.
Yep.
Oh, let's get that extra bonus real quick by killing all of those guys. There we go,
There
all
you go.
wardens are dead. Let's get out of here.
Yeah.
And, okay, so yeah, so I do have to play Get Out of Hell. I wasn't really finding a reason to play Get Out of Hell, because, I mean, you know, Saints Row
It's just fun,
third,
dude.
and...
It's like, it's
Well,
a
no,
flight
that I
sim at a
get.
certain point.
I mean, I understand, yeah, the fucking
Yeah.
chair. The chair,
No,
yeah.
the wings. You get angel wings
No, that's
and
right, the
fly
wings.
around.
Yeah, you do get angel wings. I forgot about that. I know a lot about the game, and because Saints Row is one of my favorite series of all time.
Favorite lines
But
from
I-
that game by far. Do you even have a plan? Yeah, I'm gonna shoot. I'm gonna shoot Satan in the face.
Escort mission complete.
That's not that much of a plan. Nah, or that's not that cohesive a plan. Nah, I said in the face.
Oh, John calls you a cheater because you use ciphers like a bitch.
Oh, fuck you. But
This is why I
yeah,
do the sorties. This is why I do the sortie every day, because it trains you to not use ciphers.
right. But yeah, there's that. There's it's a musical at a certain point.
Yeah, I know that there's a lot of really fucking ridiculous
Just
shit in
what
the
the
game. So yeah,
fuck?
I'll probably take a day to just bang it out.
Yeah.
Just to,
It's
'cause
not
I know I'm gonna
long.
play Agents
It's
of
not
Mayhem
long at
because
all.
Volition has yet to do me wrong.
Mhm.
Saints Row 1, they saw what the joke was, they got the joke, and they went with it. And now they're going to be at Agents of Mayhem, which is like the peak of this joke.
Everybody's
Which,
cops.
if you've been a fan of Volition, and they're romp through the Saints Row franchise, then you get it,
Yeah.
and you love it. Okay. And I will never ever forget Cardinal Bad Touch. And that's an inside joke for Saints Row that I'll explain to friends later. But Cardinal Bad Touch, yeah, I that makes me love that game.
And then me bearing
All those
a Ronin Prince with Johnny with a Mexican accent.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because you couldn't pick a proper voice.
Yeah.
Because they only had three voice.
I
actors.
made me, like genuinely made me, but I had a Hispanic accent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we are gonna go ahead and
Yep.
call it here because we're actually just under time by a couple of minutes, and
Cool.
we'll take those last couple of minutes to do the outro.
Yep.
If you would be so kind, but that is pretty well it for us and all the games we give a shit about and stuff coming. Harrow should be here either Friday as a surprise or Tuesday for us console players of the Warframe variety. And you can catch me, ShotFace, on Twitter at ShotFace. The O is a 0 for some reason. We're not going to go into the details of why that is. And on my Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/ShotFace. And I stream exclusively from my PS4 and mostly playing Warframe. And next week, once I get my streaming schedule back down, I will be playing some Fortnite, more than likely.
Right on. Yep, I am Cazz. You're gonna find me here on the Console Casual site. I haven't uploaded anything to a personal site, so I'm not gonna even really talk about that that much. I do have Twitch TV /CazzyFace on Twitch, and I do stream there occasionally if I'm feeling it. But most of my stuff goes here on the Console Casuals channel, so if you want to see more of us, see more of the podcast, see us put out some more stuff, definitely check out, subscribe, give us a like, give us a comment on anything if we've had audio issues, because that's an ever-growing or ever-evolving issue, is always we're fighting audio. But, yeah, give us some feedback. What did you like about it? What didn't you like about it? Is there anything you would change? Anything you want us to talk about? Stuff like that. Feedback is always more than welcome. Constructive feedback is great. And this has been the Tenno 2-Drink Minimum. Thank you for watching, and as always,
you can find us here every week on Thursday nights, shortly after the primetime live.
Yep.
Stream
Right around
at
8:30 EST.
8:30 to 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time here in the U.S. So yeah.
Thank you for watching.
You were gonna say something.
And as always, keep it cool, keep it casual. Thanks for watching.